Well, hey, you guys, have you ever talked to a friend or a relative about their financial stress and you know for a fact that they make more money than you do? Well, that's because money stress doesn't just magically disappear if you have a bigger paycheck. It is about behavior that has to change. And the truth is, bad money habits exist at any income. But good money habits also exist with any income. So today I'm going to share with you how to reduce your financial stress by 38% with the most proven money habit that exists. Believe it or not, if you stay to the end, you will leave feeling less stressed and more in control of your money than you do right now. So stay tuned and see for yourself. All right, the first reason I wanted to cover this topic is because a recent study Ramsey Solutions did. Actually, if you read the book Baby Steps Millionaires, you know that a few years ago, we surveyed over 10,000 millionaires to find out how the average American is earning mediocre salaries but achieving this level of wealth. And if you're interested in those results, I will link another video below for you to check out. But Ramsey's most recent survey was actually a comparison study. So we were using data from the Baby Steps Millionaires research, and we decided to compare it to two groups of people who follow the 7 baby steps and also just the general US population. And we found major behavioral and emotional differences between the two who manage their money, what we'd like to say the Ramsey way, and those who handle their money the normal way. So here's a high-level view of those results. The general population is 3 times more likely to find it difficult to pay their bills than people who are following the baby steps. And that's anyone at any level of the baby steps, not just those who've made it to baby step 7. And one non-money perk that we found is that people who followed the baby steps are less likely than the general population to lose sleep, cry, or have an anxiety attack due to money struggles. But my favorite stat that we found is that 90% of people working the baby steps said that they believe they can overcome their money challenges, while only 59% of the general population said the same. So there is a lot more to these numbers that we can throw out and look at, but I want you to get the picture. The big difference in people who handle their money, what we say the Ramsey way or the 7 baby steps, is that they have a plan. People who have goals and are making an intentional effort to reach them just one step at a time will succeed in the end. And they feel like they have these boundaries and they have a plan around them, which is incredible. Now let's talk about what your plan should look like so that when you're done with listening to this or watching this, you have less money stress than you did when you press play. But first, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, Christian Healthcare Ministries. We are all looking for ways to trim our budgets. So check out Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM isn't health insurance. They're a cost-sharing ministry, and they've helped hundreds of thousands of families across the country satisfy nearly $10 billion in healthcare costs without sacrificing freedom. You can join CHM at any time, which means it's always a good time to make the switch. Find out how you can save on healthcare costs at chministries.org/budget. That's chministries.org/budget. So the first step towards less financial stress is using a monthly budget. Yep, I say it on here all the time, but it's true. Again, the idea of having a plan around your money gives you less stress, and a budget does exactly that. And if you've never done one before, here are 2 things I recommend. Number 1, download the EveryDollar app. You're going to be able to really walk through and learn how to do a zero-based budget on that. And number 2, look at your expenses from last month in order to say, okay, here's what I make in all these areas of your life. So when you're filling out the EveryDollar budget, you can look back on last month and plug some of those numbers in. But remember, the numbers you're plugging in from last month were numbers from you not doing a budget. So they may kind of tighten up a little bit, but that's okay because people who do a budget for the first time say they feel like they got a raise because you don't realize how much money you're spending extra. So there's power and intentionality around telling your money where to go, which is what a budget is. So the next thing that you can do to become less financially stressed is to use that budget you just created and start following the 7 baby steps. So the 7 baby steps, it is a plan for you to walk through to gain control of your money, to get out of debt, to have savings, invest in retirement, all the things. So baby step 1 is a starter emergency fund of $1,000. Baby step 2 is paying off all of your debt but your mortgage. So again, that's your credit cards, student loans, everything. And you're going to pay off the smallest one first and then work your way up regardless of interest rate. Baby step 3 is to bump up that starter emergency fund to 3 to 6 months of expenses. Now that you've made it there, you're gonna do 4, 5, and 6 together, okay? So baby step 4 is fund 15% of your income into retirement. Baby step 5 is to save for kids' college. And baby step 6 then is to pay off the house early. You're gonna do all of that. And then baby step 7, the last, is just to continue to invest, build wealth, and be extremely generous. Okay, so now that you're budgeting and you're following the baby steps, the third thing that you can do to become less financially stressed is to live and give like no one else. So yes, I want you to have the money and the margin that you need in order to provide for yourself and your loved ones. But I also want you to get to a place where it's not about the dollar amounts, but it's really about the mindset shift that allows you to achieve financial peace at any income level. And eventually, out of that state of peace flows generosity. And the way you get to that peaceful, open-handed state most likely is a plan and sticking to it. So yes, I want you to budget in giving. The research is there, and people who have specific goals and are intentional at working towards them, they make progress and they feel an ease about their money. Their finances may not be fully across the finish line yet, but they have a direction at which they're running, and that is so powerful. So find out which baby step that you're on and sign up for Financial Peace University at RamseySolutions.com. And you guys, these are just extra steps you can take to really get this momentum going when it comes to your money. And I will say it unashamedly that I really believe we are some of the best people in the country to help walk you through when it comes to your money. We have helped millions of people get in control, get out of debt, have savings. I mean, they're doing this stuff, you guys. So we want to walk beside you. So Financial Peace University, every dollar. These are tools that you need to have alongside your money journey to help you, because they're there for you. And we're so excited about it. So remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.